Welcome to You Name It. I get to start the show this week. Davin did it last week. Next week, who knows?
Hola, Jerry.
There it is. There's just this awkward way of starting the show where you can't figure out the timing. Just fucking say it. Just say it right off the bat. Who gives a shit?
Yep, got it out of the way.
I am smoking. Are you drinking right now, Davin?
No, because I have to work later. So I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi and a Red Bull.
That's good for all of the people that at our work that listen to hear.
Yeah, we've got charity preview later on, so I'm on kind of a extended dinner break until we have to go back for charity.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the show where we talk about anything and everything. You name it. Get it?
And nothing at the same time.
And nothing. There is a lot of talk about what we do, where we're at, because there's a lot of traveling around the country for work. Davin does all of the traveling now. I do 4 times.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's doing convention center work for giant shows. All right, it's the auto show.
Yeah.
So Davin takes care of all kinds of business out there.
That's right.
Building things, and also he is the world's foremost authority on homeless street people.
Yes, I am.
Write in if you have any questions you want answered.
I got approached today by one. I stopped.
Really? Let's see. First of all, where are you at? You're in Houston, Texas, aren't you?
Yes, I'm in Houston.
Hmm.
So yeah, the one today was
How do you like?
Came up to the door of my car. I was in a Walgreens parking lot. Tapped on my window.
I love that.
Yep, rolled it down. It was a woman. I'm sorry to bother you. There's my car right over there. I need gasoline, and I was wondering if you could help me out with money. My son has leukemia. I'm like, okay, there's a whole lot going on there, lady. And I don't believe a word of it.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
when I told her no, she pulled off her glasses, which were prescription glasses, and wiped a tear from her eye. It kind of reminded me of the Indian guy watching the garbage.
God damn it, I knew you were going to say that too. Perfect.
So
She's just, I wish I could think of the phrase that went along with the Indian guy staring off at the river full of garbage and crying. Because they said something, I thought.
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll have to look that one up.
That sucks. She actually pulled a tear out on you.
Yep. Try to make me feel guilty.
That might be new.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had the tear. I've had the anger. I've had the crazy. I've never had the just emotional rescue me.
See, if I really wanted to fuck with her, I could have said, "Oh, that's your car, huh? You need gas? Let's walk over and check out how much your gas gauge says. Go ahead and unlock it."
Yep, you could have. That would be what our friend, maybe, is it Frank or Tim Murphy that usually does those things?
Calls them out.
No, like, we were out, I think this was Tim Murphy, where the street guy is hungry, so he goes in and buys him a sandwich and carries it back out, but won't give him money. So instead of the money, he'll give them the products that they're looking for. So if she wanted gas, you could have went, all right, let me pump a couple gallons of gas into your car so you can get where you need to go.
Yep.
I'll pump 2 gallons into your car.
And you're good to go.
And that would have just burned her up because she can't take that gas back out and buy crack with it.
I wish I would have thought of that. It would have been, okay, well, hop in your car and follow me over to the gas station.
Yep. Oh, you can't get there? You're completely out?
Oh,
now let me look at your gas gauge.
Oh, that's not even your car. Oh, that's just a random car in the parking lot.
We're finding out so much about you, teary eyes.
Yes. Cry me a river, lady.
That isn't interesting.
I should have given her a free auto show ticket.
Here you go. This is worth $15 or whatever they charge in Houston. I don't even know what they charge. Did you do it? Did you get the comp tickets?
Yes, I did.
Good for you.
They give them to everybody here. When you get your exhibitor badge, yeah, you just have to ask for them.
Oh, that's the same routine everywhere every single place. That's what I always did.
Oh, they give me
Hey,
a
do you have any comp tickets?
stack, but they've got weird tickets. They've got some tickets that are good for just the weekdays, and then they've got another color that's good for any day. It's like, why wouldn't you just do any day? You don't charge more for the weekends, so it makes no sense.
That is weird. That's very bizarre. Oh, I know. I guess if I had to guess, it would be that they don't want to give away a ton of tickets that all, like you guys or me or whoever else is working at the show, can give away to all their friends, then load up the weekend full of people.
Yeah,
So they
that's
probably
true.
give you a lot less weekend than weekday, right?
They gave me the same amount of both.
Well, then that makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
I just cried a little tear, just like the Indian with the garbage.
A little cry.
Just a tiny one here. All right, let's dive into this week's show. I did have a thought
Okay.
on the way to work, and it was a very bad thought, really, about this show.
Okay.
I thought for a minute, should I start doing just a little bit of research so we can do like the first part of the show, running down the news of the week, just so people who are using this show to drive into work can get that part. And
It'd have to be weird news of the week.
I know, I started thinking, what? Nobody gives a shit. This is not the show you listen to if you want to find out what Trump's doing or if you want to find out whether or not J-Lo and A-Rod are together.
Right.
So, any of that shit. I was just at Walgreens, which is a pharmacy chain.
Wow,
you guys are in the,
And
huh?
That's where I saw the bum lady. So, Walgreens gets
well,
two
how
shout
do you like
outs today.
Yeah, I was going to say, in case you're in a Dwayne Reed territory, it would be the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at the checkout, and they had all those magazines that tell you what's going on in the world with entertainment and royalty and politicians and stuff.
Yes.
And it actually just made me sad to look at it, that they can sell these magazines to people because it's just all garbage.
Mm-hmm.
There's no news in there. Half that shit's made up, too. Speculation.
Fake news about
Look at
Lamar.
Christina's new body.
Oh yeah, I
right.
saw that one. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
they put that on the cover in a bikini. Oh,
Yeah.
that'll make guys might want to buy this one.
What's wrong with Ryan's brain? Shit like that. Looking at the picture to find out who they're talking about. They're not talking about Ryan O'Neal. I can tell you that much.
Dead
Just gonna let
silence
that
on
one
my
sit
end.
there, Davin. Yes. I was just going to let that one sit there, too. There was like 6 people in the audience that knew who Ryan O'Neal was. Speaking of old shit,
Yes.
I watched The Last Man on Earth again.
Okay, and how's that going?
It's going good. I watch it every single week. Also known by this show as The New Gilligan's Island.
Yep.
But I was cracking up because they had an episode that it was just, in the long run, you find out why. But at the beginning, this one character is just sitting there in a daze because she's like kind of goofy, and they're trying to figure out what kind of medication she should be on for her brain because she's crazy. And she was just sitting there going, "Santa's penis, Santa's penis," and kept saying Santa's penis over and over again. And I thought, they wouldn't do that on Gilligan's Island. There's no way.
No.
No way would Mary Ann say Santa's penis over and over again.
I've got blueberry. What is it? Blueberry pancakes in my show notes, and I have no idea why. So maybe I can
You
just
just pull.
sit.
Yeah, you
and
just
say
pulled that
blueberry.
out on purpose, didn't you?
Yep. So I could just sit there and say blueberry pancakes.
You're making fun of me.
Yes, I am.
Because audience, we talked about how Davin has no idea what his show note means, so he could just throw it out there whenever there's a meaningless topic, like the one I just did. So, thanks, Davin.
Yep. I gotcha.
I have a weird one too, that
Okay.
maybe you can decipher, kind of like the old game where we'd play, where we'd read your notes and try and figure out what they were about.
Okay.
I just wrote this down, and see if you think anything at all about it. You ready?
Sure.
I think it's pronounced this way: Styptic pen or pencil, magic.
Okay. It is.
Any idea?
I think it is magic, for one. Isn't that that's the pen that you use to like not cause infection when you have a cut, and it instantly heals quicker? Or
Yeah, it's about shaving.
okay,
Usually. Hang on, I'm going to burp. All right, prepare yourselves. Turn on your radio. Sorry, everybody.
that was a little burp.
Yeah, I know. The Styptic pen is the old school white compressed powder thing that if you cut yourself shaving, you can just roll it onto the cut and it stops bleeding instantly. It's hilarious how good it works. And I just used it the other day because, of course, I don't even know why, but I was using. All right, here we go. Little inside stuff. I always walk right into these topics without thinking about where I have to go to get them done.
Okay.
And this sucks. So I was trying to shave my ears.
Yes, that's always the Nick zone. You were shaving the inside of your ears or around them?
Well, you have to do all of it, but around it grows now too because I'm old, so you're always trying to do this. So I have two different things. I've got the clippers without the guard on it that you would use to trim your beard and mustache and stuff. So you trim down the hairs that unexplainably grow an inch overnight somehow or some shit like that.
Yep, miracle.
And then I was mad because Lisa bought me for Christmas a new trimmer kit.
Okay.
And this kit came with the regular trimming thing, but the guard on it it's way too big for a beard trimmer. It's not low enough to trim any beard. So I've got to use the old one still. So I just put what they call the foil razor connection on there, which is an old school electric razor thing, right?
Right.
And I use that on the ears.
Okay.
Because then that works. You're shaving that thing down. That cut me.
Ooh.
So, and then the ear cuts will bleed forever and one day if you don't stop them.
Styptic pencil.
Magic. Thank you, whatever guy in 1840 figured that out.
I've got to get me one of them Styptic pencils.
Yeah, Styptic pen or pencil. So somebody send one in to Davin. You'll find the address nowhere.
No, you won't.
So, just send it to Houston, Texas. Davin Christensen, care of Houston, Texas. They'll find him.
At the auto show. Yeah, they'll walk around and just
Yeah,
try to find me. Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have right here? I'm trying to stay away from the big topics.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get rid of the fun stuff.
I've got one for you. A comment from Paul from the Wonder Years.
Paul from the Wonder Years is Davin's friend he grew up with. I've never seen Paul, so I picture him as Paul from the Wonder Years, and that's how I like it.
He disagrees with you. There was an episode a while back where you talked about king crab is far more... you think snow crab is far more superior than king crab.
Yeah, I think it tastes better, yeah.
He disagrees. He says king crab tastes better.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it. Blueberry pancakes.
Well, Paul from the Wonder Years, thank you for your contribution and your... No explanation, just I disagree.
Yes.
Great.
Blueberry pancakes, yep.
Should we talk about another listener, Bill Christensen spelled correctly, who had a problem with you? Oh. Go ahead. He had the problem with you.
He says we don't talk about work as much. That and my microphone makes all kinds of noises because you could hear everything that is going on in the room. So I put
true.
I put in my show notes sounds on Davin's microphone, so like you can hear. See, I can't do it here because I'm not in my garage. My garage is where you hear the stirring of the vodka, and plus I'm not drinking right now, so.
Oh yeah, it's a bad time to do that. Yeah, you could have illustrated all of the things that he hates.
Yep, the vapor pen, and he was convinced the vapor pen was a one-hitter. That's what he's like. Yeah, you can hear you doing the one-hitter in the background. I'm like, it's not a one-hitter. A one-hitter sounds completely different than that. So
yeah, not only that, but Bill should know this. Because we always say this. Bill, this show is partially about science, because we use science to explain things. Mm-hmm. Let me try and use some science, too. If you keep hearing a one-hitter, it's not a one-hitter. It's a multi-hitter,
Right.
Bill.
Yeah.
You're so stupid, Bill.
And besides, drugs are bad.
Yes, they are bad. I am not somebody who likes to use the marijuana.
Yeah, you say that, but I doubt it.
No, I really don't have any problem with anybody else in the world doing it. I just don't like it. It just doesn't. I don't have any fun. Doesn't do anything positive for me at all.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I think the real point here is, Bill, one hitters you hit once. So keep that in mind when you're opening up your dumb mouth. Sorry, Bill, I had to. Davin.
Yes.
I have a complaint too. Now
Okay.
that you talk about it.
Let's go for it.
I called you last week, and then I got a bad reaction from you and our other listener friend, Bobby Abs, Bob Jr.
Okay.
When I called you, you guys were by the pool, and I hear the complaining, "Don't talk about work."
Yeah.
You remember this now?
Yes, I do.
Well, let me add a few things here to that. What the fuck were you guys talking about by the pool? Existentialism? The writings of Benjamin Franklin? No, you two idiots were talking about work the entire time, too, so why am I cast out?
This is true.
Fucking Bob. You and Bobby get together, a couple of kids, pains in the asses.
Yeah, we weren't talking about golden tea. Because that's the only other thing we would have in common. Golden tea, bars, and work.
Yeah.
Those are the three topics.
Yeah. Home improvements, too, because he's always working on his house, you're always improving your house.
Yep.
So you'd have that.
Talk about brewing beer.
But you don't brew beer.
How much we hate a certain person at work.
No, you're thinking of somebody else now.
Food. When I'm going to eat
You're thinking
next.
of a guy named Jonathan Miller. I saw John Miller in the shop last week.
What's he
Before
up
the
to?
whole New York thing. John Miller is a workmate. He had this beard for the longest time. And then Randy McHale from our show, who's been a guest on the show, called the Brown Guy, who always takes heat for being a Middle Eastern guy, photoshopped a picture of John Miller with his beard into Osama Bin Laden's head.
Yes.
And John Miller looked exactly like Osama Bin Laden somehow.
Right.
Well, he shaved off the whole beard now.
Okay.
And he still looks more Al-Qaeda than Randy does, somehow. I have no idea how he's doing that. John Miller is your regular old white guy, but he's slowly turning into an ISIS member somehow.
He now looks like a terrorist.
John. I hope he listens. I think he'd like it.
So do you want to do your big topic now? Because you teased him last week.
Let's see. Let's do one more before that.
Okay.
Because let's get it out of the way, because we have a listener appreciation day with all these talks about these guys. Listener Chris Staniforth from Salt Lake City sent in another hack for the road.
Okay.
Were you aware of this one?
What is it?
It's the thermostats. You know how now the hotels have the thermostats that they have motion sensors on them, so that when you leave the room, then it doesn't do anything or whatever?
Correct.
And you can't keep the fan on all the time, because when you stop moving, it'll turn off.
Okay, how does he fix it? How is he hacking?
Yeah, these are called Incom thermostats.
Okay.
And that particular brand, so remember that. He says you hold down the display button, and while holding down the display, you press off once, then press up once, and then release the display button.
Okay.
Then it'll say VIP in the display window.
Okay.
And when it does that, you have 24 hours. You can use it any way you want.
Huh.
It disables the motion sensor for 24 hours. So he says, so you can sleep with the fan on high all night.
Oh, beautiful.
So that would be hold down the display, press the off button once, and then press up once, then release the display, and it'll do it.
Well, that is the worst when you're in a hotel, because people who are only in a hotel every once in a while don't really notice it too often, but when you're in a hotel all the time and you've got the air on, it's perfect. I like to keep the room cold so you get under the blankets and you go to sleep, and then you don't move for several hours because you're all curled up, and the air conditioner turns off. And then suddenly the room temperature gets up to 75 degrees, and you're sweating your ass off under the hotel comforter, and you have to physically turn, and as soon as you turn, the air conditioner clicks back on again. Such bullshit. So
you gotta, like, wave your arm around.
Yeah, this eliminates that problem. I like that. Thank you, Chris Staniforth, for your life hack.
Because these places are too stupid to set like a set of hours where you can do whatever you want. Like from 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. or something, you could do whatever you want, and then it does the power saving during the day.
Yep.
Anyway, you like to keep it cold because it preserves your dead body.
Yes.
I think, right? Yeah.
This is true.
Keeps you from stinking up the room with your dead body. All right. Whatever. You're lucky to work on the road.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
This is because you are not fooled by the cool, warm places to live. Like Florida, for instance. Because you have to go there and work, and then you experience the reality of hideous Florida. It's not a vacation where you're sitting there in your swim trunks by the pool with a margarita. You're out there sweating and working like in Texas State Fair and stuff.
Yes.
That's the real clue as to whether or not you want to live somewhere. So you're lucky to be able to be not fooled by these warm places.
And it's humid as hell here in Houston. Normally this show is in January, so we don't get to experience this part of it, but it is hot and humid, and the convention center's muggy, and yeah. Working in it,
well, they don't
not
have
so much.
they don't have the AC on yet. Oh, today's the first day, so they're not going to do that for you. All right, what else we got? Let's see. Yeah.
I've got. Oh, here's one for you. Why aren't more people outraged because almonds don't have nipples?
Wait a minute. Almonds
don't have nipples.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
You're talking about the nuts.
The nuts, yes. They don't have nipples.
Why would they?
How do you get almond milk?
Oh, yes.
It doesn't
Science.
Doesn't have a teat. It doesn't have nipples. Where does almond milk really come from?
I think it comes from male nipples, and they're just using almonds. Like, you could probably milk out some almond milk out of your chest, and they're just, like, using it as a ruse so people will actually buy it instead of buying Davin milk.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, where's it come from? I don't get it.
Davin, they smash them up. That's what they do. They throw some water in there, and they smash them all up, and they strain it out, and that's almond milk.
That's almond mush. That's not milk. Milk has to come from a tit.
Traditionally, it does, yes.
And then that brings up the next question. Where does silk milk come from?
Spiders. Where else? Spider boobs.
Who has little enough fingers to milk a spider?
I don't know. Is there 8 boobs on a spider, too?
See, I had to get...
Kind of like one for each leg?
You missed it. I got the fingers in.
Ah, shit. Damn it. No one's drinking then, because I didn't catch it.
Ah, bummer.
The You Name It podcast drinking game. Everybody has to drink when Davin says fingers, because he leaves out certain parts of that word somehow when he says it.
That's just...
Right?
That's just how I am, Jerry.
It is.
See, I'm not as lively when I'm not drinking. But then again, as Bill Christensen spelled correctly, at least, Bill, I'm not slurring by the end of the show. I could tell you were getting a little happy by the end of that last episode. Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, some of them at the end, man. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
There's a couple where you can tell. I don't know. People would have to tell me. I don't even listen to it after the fact, so I just live it and see what happens when people talk about it. You must not be annoying to everybody.
People are still listening.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Big story this week. I call it How I Made the Terrorist Watch List.
Awesome.
Yes. All right. Story begins with a technician that I have working in the field. I won't say which city, but it's a city in Canada he was working in. And you know those pre-wire cases that we've talked about, everybody? Davin has to drag them around.
Yes.
150-pound boxes full of cables that you have to lay out on the floor. Well, situation like that, not as much pre-wire. There's a lot less there. But he still had this 50-pound case full of cables that he's got to lay out on the floor. So he gets into town, and he goes over to the convention hall, and he goes up, and security is there. And he says, I have to take this to the show floor. And they say, well, what are you doing? He goes, these are wires, he says. They go, we do all the wires here. You know how that goes, don't you, Davin?
Oh, yeah.
We do. He goes, no, they're different kind of wires. I'm just going to take them in there. They go, you're not going to try and do any work, are you? And he goes, no, I just want to drop them off. So I'm speeding this up, too, because the way he told it was a lot slower. So he goes in, walks through the convention center down to the show floor, and he goes to the area which will become Cadillac. And he then decides, like we all do, I'm going to put this box next to this pillar. I don't know why we've done that. You taught me that.
Yep.
I have no idea why we put them next to pillars, but we do. And then to be safe, he steps back, and he pulls out his phone, and he's taking a picture of the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, security comes piling out of the woodwork, apparently. And they're going, sir, step away from that box. And so they're all like freaking out. So he's got to explain to them, no, it's just a bunch of audio cables and stuff. And they're going, well, open the box for us so we can look in it and all this kind of stuff. Because they thought that it was something else. I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm saying, like, they thought you had a bomb or something.
Yeah, and
he's going, yeah, I think it was the pictures I was taking. I go, yeah, you're going to send pictures back to your buddies and your jihad buddies or something like that?
To prove that it's in place. You can blow it up now, yes.
Right. So that's how I made the terrorist watch list.
Because your name is on the package.
Nope, you're close. I was hoping you would just go, Jerry, that makes no sense that you made the terrorist watch list when it was all that guy, is what you're supposed to say.
Okay, how did you make the list?
Because he was telling me the story, and we were talking about the bomb and the jihad, and then we realized that we were on an international phone call.
Oh.
So, I'm saying key words the NSA looks for while I'm talking to a technician about that stupid mistake everybody made. And I'm saying jihad and bomb and everything. So there's a likelihood that I might actually have been tagged or flagged, as they say, I think.
Now, did you mention jihad and bomb after security messed with him, or was it prior to security messing with him?
No, it was after the story, because I was laughing, going, yeah, they thought you had a bomb out there on the show floor.
Yep.
Like you're going to send pictures back to your jihadi buddies. And then he's going, this is an international call. Damn it.
Oh, we're both on a list.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm associated with
though.
you on a podcast, so I'm probably on that same list.
Well, and we talk on the phone. So now, since my phone is flagged, probably, then they're going to listen into all my, because now they have a way in to listen to all of my domestic calls now.
Right.
So everybody I know that I'm talking to, it's sort of like one of those viruses you get online, and it spreads to your friends list. I'm going to spread the watch list to everybody I know, friends and family, everybody I talk to on the phone.
And now that we just talked about it on the show, and you and I are on the phone, yep, I'm definitely on that list as well.
Yeah, but we were already on the list for the show.
That's
Remember, every single, maybe the new listeners, if there are any this week, don't know this, but one of the odd things that happens is every time we publish one of these shows, The very first instantaneous downloads come from Washington, D.C. and Virginia.
Yes.
Instantly. Which we think is the headquarters of the NSA.
And then we did that one episode where we were trying to put keywords into normal conversation.
Yes.
Hey,
we're just
Jerry.
trying to throw them in there. What?
Jerry, my ice is melting.
Did you just say ISIS? Or
Yes.
did you say my ice is melting?
My ice is melting.
That's crazy. Remember that cartoon dog that I talked to you about? Plutonium?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pluto? Yeah.
He's the bomb.
I forgot how he did that. Yeah. We didn't write down all these ones, too. But it was it was funny that day.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's funny right now. That's right. I sure would like to kill the president with kindness because I like him so much.
Ooh, now you're really pushing the envelope.
Actually, would kill that guy with kindness.
Yeah.
Not kill him so much, but that's just a phrase, NSA. It's just a colloquialism, possibly. Now I'm going to get Paul from the Wonder Years telling me he disagrees about the word usage.
Probably. He prefers this word over that word. Let Jerry know.
Yes, I don't like colloquialism. I'll just prefer to stay with straight-up slang. Like that's his voice.
Actually,
do an
Paul-
impression of his voice for us.
Oh, I don't have Paul's voice down because he's got kind of a East Coast accent voice as well. Because he was from Rhode Island, so I can't.
Oh, so finger doesn't bother him.
No, it doesn't. But he'll probably tell me that he disagrees with me as well, and he prefers blueberry waffles instead of pancakes.
Oh, you can't ruin the blueberry pancake.
That's true.
Just can't do it. You know all the losing that's going on in my life right now with all these bad topics that I'm just forcing everybody to listen to? I have some winning
Okay.
to add. So I switched phone companies to T-Mobile.
Right.
And we talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I think you should do it next time you get a chance, just to get the the free Go-Go wireless.
I
on
am
the airplanes.
thinking about it, and I have a topic as well about phone services. But go ahead.
All right. So this is less about the phone service and more about I don't remember if it was ever said on the show, and maybe in the olden days because we're way up there now in the hundreds of episodes, or 100 plus. Do you remember how I used to do the games for the caps on the soda bottles?
Yes.
And I just won all kinds of shit from Mountain Dew, tons of shit, including a refrigerator, all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola, all kinds of shit, 3 or 4 different T-shirts, a Beyonce life-size cardboard cutout.
You didn't
Yeah.
tell me you got a Beyonce cutout.
I did, and I gave it to Lindsay, my youngest daughter, so she could give it to one of her friends for her birthday who was a Beyonce fan. And she
Oh.
started crying. When she came in for her birthday, she didn't know she was going to get it. And Lindsay gives it to her at our house for her birthday, and she started crying.
Oh
She
my
was so
God.
happy.
A little tear. Did she need gasoline? A little tear. Okay, cool.
But anyway, so I started to think that I keep winning these things because nobody else is playing them.
Right.
And so I switched to T-Mobile. And
Okay.
T-Mobile has this thing called T-Mobile Tuesdays. And
Okay.
it's if you read your email, if you read your junk email, then you'll see it come through there, and it says download this app, and then every Tuesday we'll give away free shit, and we always give away good how do you say it? Coupons or coupons? I say coupons. What do you say?
Coupons.
Okay, there you go. With you and Paul from the Wonder Years can say things wrong all day long if you want.
Uh-huh.
But they give away like special deals for T-Mobile, like here's $2 off of any purchase at Dunkin' Donuts until this date, or the blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the regular things. Then there's the button pushy thing on the app. You push the button, it plays an instant win game. I've done it twice so far, 2 weeks in a row, and I've won twice.
What have
2
you
weeks
won?
in a row. The first week, I won a $5 Amazon gift card. Not that great, but still, it's $5, and you just put the code into your account, and it gives you $5.
Nice.
So it was worth the button push, right?
Mm-hmm.
And today I played, and I won an entire year of Major League Baseball's premium app service. So now I can go on my phone and I can like stream all of the baseball games in real time.
Okay, because I really picture you streaming baseball all the time. That's
I am going to probably use it none, but I signed up for it today, and it actually what it costs for that year's subscription is $154.
Oh,
so I
shit.
just got a $154 gift from T-Mobile
now. Do you
from
have
playing the Tuesday thing.
now? You have to be signed up with T-Mobile and have a T-Mobile phone to play this game, correct? Or,
Yes, the app links to your phone number. It verifies that you're a T-Mobile phone, and then you can play it. So,
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I could give you the Major League Baseball thing, as if you'd care. I don't see you caring that much
No,
about
I
baseball
wouldn't
either.
care either.
But you can't give it away because it'll if you're on a different network than T-Mobile, then it'll detect that and just shut it off.
Yeah.
But still, it's a pretty substantial gift if I liked baseball. I can't wait till next week to see what I win. Thank you, T-Mobile.
See, I don't mind baseball occasionally. I won't watch it on TV, a full game, like from start to finish.
Yeah.
Until it gets to playoffs, and then I might watch a playoff game or bits of a playoff game. But we ended up getting complimentary tickets here in Houston to go see
Yeah.
one of the preseason games. And
Very nice.
we ended up going, and it was going to be like 80 degrees and sunny. So I went, bought copper tone. I was looking for a hat to wear so I wouldn't get sunburn, all this other stuff, thinking it's a beautiful day out and I'm bald and I'm going to sit and watch a baseball game. And
Yes.
they
Have a
had,
beer, maybe.
or three, and they had the roof closed.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Shut
and the
it
air
off on you.
conditioning on. I'm like, okay, what's the point of having a open roof stadium when you're not going to open it when it's on a nice sunny day? It's not 100 outside. It was going to get up around 80.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get it. So
No, and then that actually wasted your already previously wasted purchase of Coppertone.
correct. Which was now sweating into
Am
my
I correct?
eyes.
Do you know why I'm saying that? Now you know why I'm saying it, don't you?
No, I don't.
Because to me, Coppertone isn't sunblock; it's suntan lotion. Remember that back in the day?
Oh, okay, yeah. It's so you get a
Coppertone was what
tan.
you put on to get a tan. And actually, I do think they make sunscreen now, don't they?
Yeah.
It's in a blue bottle, is it?
Yep, I've
So
got
they
the.
screwed that up.
It's the Coppertone Sport. We might as well do a pitch for them. Coppertone Sport, 30 at broad spectrum SPF, stays on strong.
Don't be
when
fooled
you
by the
sweat.
name.
It's
Don't be fooled by the name because now it's keeping you from becoming a Coppertone.
Yep, water resistant for up to 80 minutes. Light, breathable feel. So
That's garbage. And is that the one that burns your eyeballs out if it runs into them?
Yeah, yeah, and
God, I
I
hate that shit.
and I got a little bit in my eye, and I was rubbing it, and yeah, you've got the one red eye, and you're wiping it down the whole time.
Yeah, I went to Cedar Point with... Hi, Lisa. Lisa's here. Oh, while she's here, do you want to tell me what you're going to say about her killing me?
Oh yeah, that's in my show notes too. Here's how you protect yourself from Lisa killing you. It's not really going to
All right,
protect
I'll repeat
you.
this. Okay, I was just going to say I'll repeat it like a translator so she can enjoy it too. Davin just said, here's how you protect yourself from Lisa killing you. Okay?
You take her phone, and you
Okay, you
search.
take her phone.
Search. How do I
search.
kill my husband, and where can I bury it or hide the body? Now,
Okay, you search, how can I kill my husband? Where can I bury the body on your phone? Okay.
and now she has to be more creative about how to make it look like a real accident, because now she has a search
Oh.
history.
Yeah. All right. So it doesn't actually prevent her from killing me. It
No.
just prevents her from winning the court case where she's... I don't know if you can hear that or not, but she says she has papers and she's going to the hospital for criminally insane. And that's because she spent some time in the resting home back in her, what were you, like 20s or 30s or what? How old were you?
She's in a padded
27 years old. 27 years old, she got a little excited and had to go take a little vacation, little trip. Where life is beautiful all day long, and she'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats.
They're coming
She
to
always,
take me away.
you know what? And she plays that song, "The Ballad of Dwight Fry," all the time too, Alice Cooper, because isn't that about the Nut House too? That's her theme song, she says. So I got lucky. I finally searched for years and finally found a woman who was previously
crazy enough to marry you.
Previously held against her will in a special hospital. Yeah. Oh. And we do have a lot of weapons in the house too, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that
so
does
fear for me.
explain. That does explain a lot now.
He says it explains a lot now. Well, I don't go around telling everybody I know that you are a nutty job.
She
doesn't care.
I don't care. I'll just kill them too.
This is the story she told me, though. This is for our people who might know, because there's a lot of family members that listen to this too. This is the story she told, which is allegedly true, that it was a thyroid-related freakout. And she's saying yes, it was. But she likes to play it off like it was a full-on mental breakdown.
Chemical imbalance.
It was because, what was it? The doctor that she saw at the time prescribed her like the opposite medication for what she needed, so it threw her into this, crazy. It threw her down the rabbit hole, she says, until, just like the old movies have, where just the one orderly guy recognizes what's going on and saves her from having to stay there forever because he's like, wait a minute, you're on the wrong medication. The sad part is that she probably could have sued for like $1 million and never did. Sad for her, because if she had $1 million, she never would have met and married me anyway.
That's true. No. She could have had a whole different life.
She would have had a whole different life. I would have never been in the picture, because there's no way I'm going to be able to land a millionaire broad.
Mm-hmm.
She'd shake her head and leave just now. But that's the story, everybody. Thyroid thing. So that's what she told me to wheel her into the marriage, and then now she's breaking wide, pretending like it was a full-on mental breakdown.
See,
without it.
And I thought doing that phone search would protect you a little bit, but evidently
no, she wants to kill me anyway. But it doesn't really. Think about that, though. It doesn't really protect me.
Well, you just know she'll get caught and arrested, and have no alibi for why she searched how to kill you.
Yeah.
You're leading.
I think the show will help too.
Yeah, you're leaving little breadcrumbs for the police to find.
Well, they could look at the DVR history too and see that all she watches is Dateline and Forensic Files,
and how
to find the perfect crime. And what else? The fact that she tells everybody that
she wants to kill you. Okay.
Yeah. If I had to make a wild guess, I think in a week's time, in a 7-day period, she probably says that she's going to kill me 10 times.
Okay.
And she doesn't do it. She doesn't do it like it's endearing a lot too, because she'll do it this way too. She'll just look at me and go, "I'll kill you," just like that. And I'm like, "God, no, you won't." Keep blowing it off.
Does she ever say she loves you, Jerry? Or is that her way of showing endearment?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't say that like nearly ever.
Okay.
She'd have to be really hammered to say it, I think.
I love you, you stupid shit. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, she has, and she occasionally does. Maybe once a year I'll get one of the real good ones out of her. But
once a year. Okay.
Most of the time it's just shut your stupid face up, or I hate you.
Shut your big dumb.
You remember when I was on the road? Yeah, she used to post on Facebook, "I hate you," and then people who know her and me would know that was her saying, "Oh, I miss you and wish you were home."
Mm-hmm.
When she when she spelled out my name long and in capital letters, like the Jerry with the bunch of E's and then exclamation points at the end of it and stuff, that was when she really was mad. It was just, Jerry! Like that.
Yeah.
That would be when it snowed like crazy when I was in a warm place and she had to figure out a way to get the snow removed when I was gone for the month or whatever.
Uh-huh. That's when she wanted that sweeper, too.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Dang it. If she listened to the show, she might find out that I was going to plan on trying to find one of those.
Well, you should for this summer find one. You can probably get one cheaper in the summer, and then next year she'll be all set.
Yes. That's the whole thing. What I'll do is when she mentions these things, most of the time I'll write them down in a secret place that nobody can find. And then I'll have a list, so when birthdays and Christmas comes around, I always have these gifts that she has forgotten about, that she talked about in front of the TV one time. Yeah. I want the Ron Popeil Pocket Fisherman. No, you don't. Yes, I do. That's awesome. It'd be so funny. I'll put it up on the wall or whatever. Then I'll just wipe it out of, I'll never say anything about it again and write it down. And then a year later, she'll get the Ron Popeil Pocket Fisherman.
Just like your show notes. So, you're putting it there and referring back to it.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a few things I could buy her. I should get her the Pocket Fisherman. She never asked for it, but it was the only thing I could think of. The Jerry thing, I'm surprised you don't do it, but you don't hang out with her very often.
Right.
Other people who know Lisa have now started doing that, because what'll happen is even when I'm completely unrelated to the situation, she'll use that to express her anger. Like if she's driving and somebody cuts her off, then she'll just raise her fist in the air and go, Jerry! Like that. So now we have another friend, listener Laura Belfour, will do the same thing. In fact, she sent a video before where it's Jerry! So it cracks me up.
So you're becoming used as a verb then?
Yes. I think somebody at work... Eric at work did it too. I told the story about how Lisa does that, and like he was very good about the setup too. He waited like 3 or 4 days, and then he did it. It was great. Because he did it actually at me though. There was I don't remember if we talked about it on the show, but I remember that day I talked to you about it, where I pulled into the parking lot at work, and he was getting out of his car, and he was pulling windshield wipers out of his car, and he was going to put them on. Switch out his wipers.
Right.
And it was winter time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's cold, and it was morning. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was cold. And I told him, why don't you wait till this afternoon? Because right now you're like in the cold shadows, and then the sun will move, and the parking lot will be covered in sun, and you'll be a little bit warmer to do this job. And he's, hey, that's a really good idea. And he forgot. So then the next, I think it was a weekend, it was like a Friday, and then over the weekend, it was pissing him off because the wipers wouldn't work or whatever. So he came in the next day, and he was telling me about that, and he just goes, so I had to get out of the car, and I had to get him out of the back and start changing him in the middle of the snow. I think it was like snowing, all wet and shit, and all I could think of in my mind was, Jerry! God damn it, Eric, that was funny. Perfect. Nice. What else we got? I'll tease for next week.
Okay, what do you
got? I have a feeling that we're ready to get out of here.
Yep, we are approaching that time.
Yeah, we're right on time, actually. Because I think most of them are about 50 minutes long. We had forgotten all about this. The topic is pest reduction idea. And that happened in Atlanta, speaking with some friends of ours who work for a different company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the conversation?
Bits and pieces, but I remember you putting it in show notes.
Yes. So if you guys are listening, I don't even want to say names because I don't remember if we got permission, and I don't remember one of the guys' names. But if you're listening, then we'll see if we can tackle that next week. And there will also be a topic that was brought by inadvertently by listener Paul Garucki, sort of a then and now, a nostalgic topic. Deals
Then and
with
now. Okay.
how things were then as opposed to things now and how we feel about these things. You know, one of those cool topics that everybody kind of likes, of any age, really, that would listen to this show.
I'm putting that in
That'll
the
be
notes to remind you of.
next week. I started a new thing, Davin,
What are you
where
doing now?
I'm keeping the notes, and I'm turning them red as we do them.
Okay.
So this
that
way, I'll know, if we've said
You could-
anything about it before.
and you could always refer to it. Once again, another reason for you not to listen to the show.
What do you mean, another reason not to listen?
Because if you take good enough notes while we're doing it, you will never have to listen to any episodes.
Oh, me? I thought you were talking to our audience. I didn't know you were talking to me.
No, I was talking to you. No,
wonder if
audience.
I
We
should
want
keep-
the audience to listen.
I wonder if I
pretty
should
sure.
get one more of these out. Damn it. I don't know. How do you feel? Maybe I should save that, too. Yeah, I'll save it. At least I'll have it for next time. I have a really good one that I overlooked. I almost highlighted it red. And then I went, wait, I didn't do that one. That was funny. That one will make Davin laugh. But maybe I'll wait till next week.
It's hard to make me laugh sometimes, isn't it, Jerry? You don't know how I'm going to react to some of these things.
You laugh more than you think you do. If you listen back
Yeah.
to the show, you can hear you snickering, giggling. Usually on evil stuff, though.
Yes.
Like, hateful things really amuse you somehow.
I know. I'm
See.
sick and twisted.
You are, very. You're like, it's almost like you sat around through the first 15 years of your life reading Mad Magazine and picking out all of the gross, disgusting things about that whole thing. Because all that shit amuses the hell out of you, I think.
Yes, it does.
Any sick humor. Maybe even like go as far as you were out when you were 12 years old riding your bike around. You were dumpster diving at the apartments just to get copies of Hustler magazine, just to read the dumb, hideous, offensive cartoons they had. Not even to look at the girls.
Yep. I might have done
Chester
that.
the molester. Remember the Chester the molester and all that stuff?
Creepy.
They had a full-on pedophile cartoon in that magazine in the 70s. And
Oh, they
Davin
got
probably
away with
really enjoyed it. Anyway, join us next week for some more sick humor from Davin and some more apologies from me about it.
Oh, Papa Wheelie, guys.